Hello YouTube, I'm here to do a quick movie review, and when I say quick, it is going to be quick in terms of what quickness is for me. Y'all know typically, y'all know a girl can go on for like an hour and some change, but I'm going to keep this video around like the 20-minute mark. Um, because number one, I'm actually going to take the time to edit for once. So I'm going to include everybody's picture except for the children. I want to get my check over here from YouTube. And speaking of YouTube, honey, I done finally got me a doggone check after all these years, honey. I done forgot what it was like to get an old YouTube check, only for me to doggone be on hold talking about they couldn't transfer it to my Chime account. Honey, I had all types of errors. Honey, I'm going to make a business video about that, about all the errors that I had with trying to get this payment from YouTube. They've been trying to pay me out since November 21st. And I didn't know until Thanksgiving because I didn't think to even check it. Something just told me to look at it on Black Friday, and come to find out they tried to send it to my old account that's been since closed out. And they tried the second one, which was One United, which I recently closed. Honey, so both of them was closed out. And then the third one was Chime. For whatever reason, they couldn't darn gonna put it on my Chime account. I don't reached out to customer service. They told me to try to get in contact with Google AdSense customer service, which is non-existent. Can't find a number, can't find no way to reach out to them. It always redirect you back to articles. So I had to end up opening up my One United account again. And then sure enough, I answered a verification question, same day verification, because I didn't want to do the 2 to 3 day verification process at this point with the random deposits and all that. So I said, let me go ahead and do the instant verification. And sure enough, they have now finally initiated my payment. So I will finally be getting my very first Google payment of the year within the next 5 days. So that's nice. So now that I got my little 2-minute darn random talk about me out the way, let's get on into A Merry Little Christmas. Don't judge my vocals, for I am not Kelly Rowland. I can go lower than Kelly though, honey. I'm a nasty altar, honey. But yeah, Kelly Rowland just doing the thing, doing the damn thing, honey. Oh, hitting that. And we're going to do a review of the Hitman and all my other stuff. We got to give a little bit of constructive criticism too. I'm going to get on Kelly's behind about why the music ain't bumping like it supposed to, but the visuals was fire. I know, so shady. Me bringing a Beyonce beat into a Kelly, but she does it to herself all the time. I'm going to do it too. But once again, to Kelly's credit, she darn gone doing her Latoya. Actually, I don't even think Latoya Lucky went the producer route. So honey, Kelly darn gone got one up on Latoya. So honey, come on through with the acting. Now, acting skill wise, I feel it wasn't that much of a struggle acting because it was a comedy. It was a comedy. I mean, not a comedy, but it was like a romantic comedy. More on the romantic side. She was really playing herself as far as personality, but just in a different character form. I mean, in a character form. It's like it's one of those roles where it doesn't really showcase like you having to dive into a character that is just somewhat different from yourself. Like Latoya Lucky, where she played that girl off of Greenleaf, honey. And she was going after the bishop, honey. Oh, Latoya was old ruthless darn witch, honey. Mm-mm-mm. And then who else had to play something totally different? Even Beyonce had to play some. She challenged her range in later years with, trying to play a ruthless character quite a few times. And then she does animations. But Kelly said, honey, I got something for that ass. I'm putting on my producer hat, baby. So to Kelly's credit, she darn gonna produce. And this is not her first one. This is her second one, honey, because the first one was Merry Little Christmas. Wait a minute, not Merry Little Christmas, but what was the last one? It doesn't show. I just got the first one pulled up. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. I got the wrong thing up, y'all. So, Merry Little Christmas was 2019. I need the one from 2020. Oh, Merry Little Christmas Wedding. Okay, that's the one I need. Merry Little Christmas Wedding, and then the cast. So the cast includes obviously Kelly Rowland and wait a minute, let me pull up this. Let me pause. Okay, I'm back. So after going to imdb.com, we got Kelly Rowland playing Jackie Liddle, and you know she got that weird spelling like the actress Jack. Yeah, it's like Jackie, but it's Jacquie. Then you got Brisha Webb, who plays Kiara. One of my favorite soap legends, honey, Debbie Morgan. Y'all know I'm a huge soap opera junkie, so I remember Miss Deborah from darn going All My Children. We all know her from Eve's Bayou. And then, you know, she played the darn on Sia in Charm. And, you know, she ended up dying after managing to defeat the Source by, you know, having the Charm ones to kill off the Source. And meanwhile, she darn gone created the spawn of the Source by some concoction to force Phoebe to get pregnant with Cole, and darn gone took the baby out of darn gone Phoebe, and darn gone and in turn became the source of all evil. And then she ended up killing her own self because she couldn't handle the darn gone power of the source, honey. But honey, old Deborah Morgan was the most badass seer that was ever on Charm, honey. And then you got Thomas Carrot, who plays Tyler Brooks, Latanya Rims, who plays Trini, Jane M. Casa, who plays Julian, Nathan Wright plays Chris, Bobby Stewart plays Mr. Brooks, Aldi Zadi plays Melvin, and then we ain't going to go into the children. Like I said, we're going to get our money over here. But we love the children. So, pretty much the show is about, okay, this successful black woman. They never really touch on the jobs. I was wondering, like, what was their career fields or whatnot. One sister, the lighter skinned one, is the seamstress. Well, I guess they both light. The light one with the curly hair. She's the seamstress, and the Kellys want to have this fabulous wedding. She done hired this doggone snooty doggone bougie doggone white man, and you know the family comes in, is giving a pushback. You know, very southern doggone like family. They doggone coming into this 5-star hotel, and they're gonna have their own Christmas tree and everything. And you know the doggone staff is trying to tell them, hey, wait a minute, you can't doggone be bringing your stuff in here. This ain't the doggone Motel 8. This ain't the Holiday Inn. This is the Four. Well, I don't know if it was the Four Seasons, but it was up there with the Four Seasons, honey. Honey, doggone Miss Deborah Morgan, whoever her husband was not playing. They got that tree up in there, honey. So we got that. Meanwhile, they still planning and everything else, and we got this magical fairy that every time something goes wrong, the fairy comes and rescues. You know, it's not no actual magical fairy, but it's a good luck ornament fairy. So we got that. We got the 3 children running around the hotels and all of that, which ends up biting them in the behind later on in the show. We're going to get into that. We got one sister trying to find love. The other one can't get no love, because the darn family cop blocking the darn every time they try to get it in, honey, something always darn happening. So here they is, can't get no darn love in. And then you got Kelly trying to marry her man, and everything seemed to be going wrong throughout the whole show. First, the darn other sister done pissed the darn man off so much he ended up quitting and taking all his shit with him. So then the family pitch in. Miss Debbie Morgan had to have a group meeting and, you know, gather everybody and, you know, delegate who's going to do what in place of this man who they wasn't really feeling either, because they got a taste of what he was, dishing out, and they felt some type of way and let the sister do what she had to do to run him off. So I think, Debbie Morgan and the other sister, whoever Debbie's character is, let me pull back up the images so I can stay within characters of their names. But yeah, they wasn't feeling the darn on snooty man any damn way. So Marshall, who Debbie Morgan is playing, honey, they let the sister run him off. So now they got to organize everything they sells. And I'm not going to give everything away, y'all. Y'all got to really watch the show to appreciate it. But it like I said, it's a romantic comedy because it's little comedic stuff spread all throughout. Like I said, one of the sister ain't getting it in. The other sister finds a blast from the past who she ends up darn looking like she's going to end up getting in a relationship with him. She's I want to say a divorcee. She's divorced from her previous husband, got a child already. But all the sisters are successful. It's just they never mention the jobs, but you can tell that this is all a upper middle class family, but nobody ain't name drop what they actually do for a living. So we just up the wondering what maybe they disclosed that in the 2019 version. I ain't seen the very first one, so that might be the case too. Because I think they said that they met on the job or something. I don't know, but needless to say, I go back and watch that to see how if they disclose what type of jobs they have. But it was one disaster after the other. Like the first major one was, like I said, they done ran the coordinator off. What was the other disaster? The other disaster was the dress ended up getting burnt. Because first it was a button popped off when she tried the dress. Then the child helped her and was trying to help her. Oh no, she was trying to get out the dress, and in way of trying to get out the dress, the button fell off, hence why the sister had to sew it back on. And in the midst of darn sewing with a glass of red wine in the hand, honey, she done spilled the red wine on the dress. Oh, but wait, it gets worse from there. Honey, she darn twirling around. Oh no, she didn't spill the red wine on the dress. She twirling around, and then there's a candle wick beside the wedding dress. This big old poofy white wedding dress. It catches on fire, and her solution was to toss red wine onto it. So now it's burnt, singed up, and darn red stains and everything. So the dress is beyond repair. Or so we thought. Honey, the sister done crafted up a whole nother dress that was more sleeker and I think was even better than what she had anyway. So, sister made up for it. Although, I don't know, Kelly Rowland said some sort of off-the-wall name, and it's a high-dollar number when you don't know the names of it, because the common bitches like to just name-drop Yves Saint Laurent and, Jimmy Choo, Ralph Lauren, every now and again you might hear Roberto Cavalli, but Roberto Cavalli is not one of those names that it's a name, but it's not a name that screams like you got some coin for Roberto Cavalli. But it was one of them off the wall names that you ain't heard of, but got prestige, like the show enough money. Like I said, this is an established black family over here. It was a custom once in a design, custom made, all this bullshit. So honey, Kelly wasn't really feeling that. But then, once again, I think something else happened where they end up darn saying, well, we just going to cancel the wedding. But the darn person that's supposed to marry them didn't get the memo in time. So they sent out a list saying they was going to cancel the wedding, right? Honey, the bishop's still there. That's going to marry them. And the bishop is a she. Oh, well, I don't know if she's a bishop, but she's the person marrying him. I don't know if she's like I said, yeah, I don't know if she's a judge or whatever, but she was the person marrying them. So I don't know why I just thought to say bishop, but she was the marrying person, honey. And unfortunately, they don't show her image. Like, I was looking to see her, like, for whatever reason, they don't have her listed. So, unfortunately, I can't darn gonna put her in here. But needless to say, in the midst of playing, the children end up stuck on the roof. Then one of the other sister, the sister that caused the snooty guy to wear off, her and her soon-to-be boyfriend go up the stairs, and by the time the children told them not to darn because they done ran up to the roof, and the roof door, you know, it's locked. Once you go out, if you don't got a key or anything, you locked out. They all stuck up there for I don't know how long. It took for the darn receptionist guy who was darn seeing the children frolic around the whole darn hotel this whole time to come up there to randomly, like I said, here comes the comedy side of it. He darn comes up there, and they thought he done allowed the door to close. Unbeknownst to them, he done put a brick beside the door, and he says that's what the brick is here for. He comes up there to play the ukulele or some shit. And he starts playing the darn ukulele, and everybody else go downstairs or whatnot. They get so much in a happy mood later on in the show. Kelly and her man decide to darn get married anyway, just with the family. They supposed to have this huge list of people. They supposed to have all these custom design, designers and everything, event planners. Honey, they just had a regular home style wedding at this darn haute couture hotel last minute, just with the intimate family. And I guess that was the moral of the story. It was, regardless of whether you have the money, regardless of whether you have the, maybe Cynthia Bailey, maybe this show should have came out a little bit sooner for Cynthia Bailey and Mike Hill. From what I just seen on the first episode of darn Real Housewives of Atlanta. I finally caught the first episode of the season 13, but I digress. But needless to say, they get married, and it's a happily ever after, honey. And maybe we will get a part 3 where she's pregnant. Well, she's pregnant now in real life. She's 8 months pregnant. But I don't know if, maybe part 3, she might have a little bundle of joy, because the 2 children is his from another marriage. And then they had their niece come as well. So none of the children are biologically hers. So part 3, we might see her with a bundle of joy. I got to see what part 1 was about. But part 2, I actually loved it. It was a good enough, thing. It was good enough. Look, I don't really get into Christmas shows like that, but like I said, it was tolerable enough for me. It was a nice little sit down, an hour and a half. And that was it. So I look forward to part 3, because it looked like Kelly Rowland on snatched up a good old contract with Lifetime. It looked like Lifetime going to keep her on the annual retainer, and she's going to consistently get a holiday coin from Kelly. She's going to get a consistent holiday coin from Lifetime. So shout out to Kelly Rowland for getting them darn movie coins up, honey. First, she was in Bad Hair earlier this year on Hulu. Then she got a second deal with Lifetime. She's on The Voice. So she's doing her rounds, honey. So shout out to darn Miss Kelly Rowland. And then she got her hit out called Hitman, which I said I was going to purchase, and I've been lollygagging on it. But I'm going to finally purchase it sometime between Monday and Tuesday. I know I said that the last time. Kelly, I got you. I'm going to really purchase your shit this Monday or Tuesday, and then get my thoughts on it, even though I done heard the shit like 1,000 times on YouTube. But I'm going to wait to actually purchase it before I give constructive criticism, because it'd be so wrong if I give constructive criticism. It'd be like, well, your cheap ass ain't in brought the shit. You could at least support it or something. So I'm going to give my support and then give you some constructive criticism. I told y'all this was only going to be 20 minutes. Y'all thought I was joking. But I told y'all I was going to bump like this, bump like this, bump like this. Oh! And shit, my darn phone about wanting to bump me in the face like in this live bit. In this video, bitch. So that is it, y'all. If y'all have not seen Merry Little Christmas, I definitely implore you to. So I will leave more information down below. It's going to be airing all this month on Lifetime. If you want to catch it live, I think on the next airing is the 16th, and then it's going to air again on Christmas Eve, if I'm not mistaken. But you can always pull it up on demand. That's what I did. I caught it on demand. But if you want to help the viewership out, which I will do, I will, even if I'm not watching it, I have the TV on the 16th, or Christmas Eve if I'm not going anywhere, just to help her out with the viewership. That helps her to make sure she secures another year contract with Lifetime. So once again, that is it, y'all. If y'all watched it, tell me what y'all thoughts are. Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.